Hello there, folks. I'm Magnum in Kungsbacka, member of the Silver Legends. Um, we participated in a video in Silver Legends a few weeks ago, or it was actually published 1 week ago by Anomaly, and we got an enormous amount of followers after that. So we thought it would be maybe a proper invitation or presentation would be in place. Who are we? Who are the Silver Legends? Maybe you know about us before, maybe not. So we take the opportunity, or I take the opportunity today to talk a little bit about us, who we are, what's our team, and what we want for the future and what to expect. So here I am, Magnum in Kungsbacka, just south of Gothenburg on Swedish west coast. Maybe you know us from our former name, Silver Snipers. That was a team formed of seniors formed. I think it was, yeah, could it be 10 years ago? I was not a part at that time. Maybe 10 years ago, maybe a little bit less. It's not the same people today, so it's been changing. I can't present everybody that's been there, but there's been some many passed through that team over the years. Not many, but a few. The most well now known is still here in our team, Silver Legends, and that's Inger Grotteblad, Triggerfinger. She participated in the Silver Snipers team 2019, I think it was, and became the first senior world champion in Counter-Strike. We are a Counter-Strike team, better say that. Nothing else. We also occasionally play something else. Here you have Microsoft Flight Simulator, my cockpit, so to speak, when I fly that. That's a side story. But she became a world champion together with a lot of others, some other players. Maybe you recognize some. This is not that team, but it's a Silver Snipers team at least. Um, But today we have, or not today, but a few months ago we decided to restructure the team to concentrate more on competition, on to compete really, and to practice a lot and train a lot, to improve our skills, and also to start to give lectures about elderly people in gaming, because we think it's a good idea for old people like us. I'm 66, soon 67 by the way. And it's a great way of keep your brain sharp and to you also need the body, of course, should work more on that. But to keep the brain sharp, you can do it by playing games actually, computer games, and Counter Strike is a very good way of doing that. So we give lectures on that. We have good experience, and a lot of municipalities, not a lot, but some municipalities, and it's more is coming, is asking for our presence, and they want to know what our experience about this, and we got a chance to talk about that. We have been in numerous radio interviews and TV, not TV, but newspaper interviews recently. Also had a chance to talk about this. So we are proud of that part. But of course, we would like to compete. So we also participate in International Senior League. There is one actually for people like us playing Counter-Strike in our age, believe it or not. The age limit is 50 years. Um, oh, thank you, Kikas. 8 years ago it was formed. Kikas is one of our team members is writing to me here that the Silver Snipers was formed 8 years ago. Um, but we participate in that league, and you have to be 50 to be there. From my point of view, it's very young. From Counter Strike and gaming context, it's not it's quite old actually, 50. So we compete with many other teams. Most of them are Swedish. We have one from Singapore, Malaysia. You can imagine the ping problem there. We have a Ukrainian team. Not easy for them under the conditions they are playing in Kiev. I think one or two of them is actually moved temporarily to another country. But they are playing from very harsh and tough conditions. Never know about electricity. Will it still be there during the whole game? But that's very, very, very nice to have a chance to share this interest that we have in our team with others, and to do that in a competitive way, because the competition part is very, very important for all of us who is now in the team. So who are we then? Let's see here. I have a picture. Try to show it. That's the Silver Legends. team today, team that will stay like this for a long time, I hope. If we start on the left side here, that's Nalle. What about Nalle? He lives in Gagnef in Dalarna. Ever heard of Gagnef? I have, but I never been there. Small community. I think it's around 1,000 people. He thinks obviously it's a good reason to live there, so as he has chosen this. Uh, but I never been there. Maybe it's good, maybe it's not. He knows better. But nevertheless, he is I believe, our best player. He is by far the fastest one. He is a sharpshooter. He is today's Wyatt Earp. If you know him, the Western hero, the sheriff from Tombstone, OK Corral. If you've seen a lot of old Western movies, you know that's Nalle. He would definitely fit in there if he would lived in that time. And we rely on him a lot, and he can save us many times. Nalle the savior. When we are, he might be alone, one player against him, two players against him, three players against him, he can still manage. He saved us many times. So we are really good, really glad to have him on the team. Quite new since January. On the next one here, let's see there. Can you see? It's a little bit of lamps reflections in here. That's Inger. That's our most famous player by far. It's our mama. We love her, and she loves us. We think, at least. Yes, she does. And she takes care of us all the time. She's not playing as much nowadays as she used before, a little bit with the health and so on. But we hope she will be able to play more as time goes on, and can join us even more for especially for the competition games. But she's participating as much as she can. And I don't know how many TV shows she's been in. I don't know how many interviews she has been doing, but it's a lot, and she is doing a tremendous work around this thing, which I've started to talk about elderly people and gaming, what gaming can mean to them. She's doing a lot. As much so actually she was rewarded a Medal of Honor from Uppsala municipality. She's from Uppsala, 1 hour drive north of Stockholm, as Kikas is also. And that's also a very honorable thing to get, this Medal of Honor from Uppsala community for all her work she is doing around elderly and gaming. So respect for her. She is also the main reason we're actually sitting here today, and I'm sitting here talking to you right now. Without her, I wouldn't know about this. She made me get my eyes up for this with gaming, and I saw her on a Swedish television, and I thought that's something I should actually look up. Maybe I'm retired now. Maybe I have time. Maybe I should start just playing games, computer games again. And so it was. And for many others of us. Okay, sorry for interrupting. I'm just looking here that from Anomaly video, they're writing to us here, and they are happy to see older people enjoying gaming and be actually good at it. Thank you very much, thinking we are good at it. We are happy that you say that, and he's also saying keep up the good work. Thanks for that. Fortunately, Inger didn't participate in that game, but she enjoyed watching it. I know that. But Inger means a lot to us in many ways, and she formed also a Facebook group called Gaming Seniors in Sweden, where you can, as a senior, find other people in the same interest. Not only about Counter-Strike, could be League of Legends, could be Dota 2, it could be whatever games, Rocket League, and you can find playing partners there in this Facebook group. 600 members now, and it's all thanks to her. Thank you, Inger. We owe you a lot. Okay, next person on the list we have in the middle here. Let's see if I get the finger right there. We have X-Man. He's also from Dalarna, from Borlänge. Borlänge, by the way. Last year, Borlänge was appointed the most boring city in Sweden. Who wants to live there? X-Man, you have to explain that to me later when we meet over a beer. Nevertheless, I'm sure he has a good reason for that. What is X-Man then? He's our professor. And he comes up all the time with new ideas. When we have been losing 6 rounds, 7 rounds, 8 rounds, 9 rounds, God forbid. Then it's quiet for a while, and X-Man suddenly says, I have an idea. And then he explains to us, we should do this, we should do that. Let's find a new way here. He's thinking out of the box. And suddenly we start to win again. So thanks to him, we can actually get out of some locked situations where we are about to lose. So Il Professore, I think that's a good nickname for X-Man. And he is not at all boring, I can assure you that, even that he's from Borlänge. Sorry about that, X-Man. Then we have Svante, our in-game leader. Svante is a tough guy. He's from Hultsfred, from Småland. You know, the southern part of Sweden, not south, that's Skåne, but second southern part, Småland. You drive for 1 hour, you see nothing but forest, trees, green trees everywhere. And then once in a while, if you drive there, is a lake, and then nothing else. And it's pine trees, it's spruce, I think they are called, birch trees, and all kinds of trees. But it's just trees. It's it's just a green mass. And then you drive for the second hour, and the same thing. And then suddenly, when you least expect it, there are two houses to your right side. That's called Hultsfred. That's where Svante is from. And Svante is as our in-game leader. He has a role to be tough, to tell us what to do, and to instruct us what to do. And he's very good at that, and it's very hard. Sometimes I feel a little bit like I'm chased by Harrison Ford and Indiana Jones with his whip. No, do that, do that, do that, go there, go there. Don't do this. But he's good at it. And you can feel it's a little bit like your old teacher in school you have so much respect for. That's Svante. But then he turns off the computer, he put away his gaming mouse, and step up from the chair and stand up, and suddenly that's the best grandpa you can probably imagine, playing with his grandchildren, very nice to people. You can have a good discussion with him. I've talked to him several times with over a beer, so I know what I'm talking about there. And he is very different from the very harsh and strong person chasing us with a whip in the game. But we need him. He reminds me a little bit about an old cartoon I saw in a Disney movie. Not a movie, it's just a short cartoon. Goofy, you know, Långben in Swedish. He was a very gentle man. He walked on the street. He didn't step on an ant even. He didn't want to hurt anybody. Don't be hard on anybody. He stepped into the car and he changed personality completely, and he went from Dr. Jekyll to Mr. Hyde in a split second. And he was so angry on everybody else around. Not saying that Svante is like that, but he's reminded me a little bit about that situation. So we need him a lot. He is contributing to the team a lot. He's also one of the best player, like Nalle, definitely. Thanks, Svante, for all you're doing. And then we continue our journey here on this photo, and we have over here Kikas. There she is. That's a very special lady. It reminds me a little bit about Svante. Because she can also be tough and very angry, and she can be very mad at her opponents. She can ban them and curse them and say all kinds of things about them. You can be happy you don't hear everything. But she's really using her temper when she's playing. She's maybe the player with the least amount of Counter-Strike hours in our team, but she has improved a lot. She's always aiming for the head. And if she hits the head of the opponent, you hear it, you know it. And if she miss, you know it even more. That's she's really entertaining, so to speak. But imagine you are in Uppsala, where she lives, same as Inger. You are strolling in the park on a Sunday morning, and you see a lady sitting a bit in front of you, feeding the birds, enjoying the temperature and the higher or the nicer weather in the early springtime. That might as well be that might be Kick-Ass you are looking at. You never know. Thanks, Kick-Ass. It's a pleasure playing with you. And then there's one more on this list, and that's me. Yes, Magnum in Kungsbacka, Swedish West Coast, the front side of Sweden, as you would like to see it here. Outer Kungsbacka is part of Greater Gothenburg. If there's a nice front side, it's always a not so nice back side. We have a name for that in Sweden. It's called Stockholm. What about me? Well, I hate weapons. I hate guns. I don't want to touch them really. My father, he was a hunter. I remember when I was a kid, he went out in the forest and hunting for moose. Uh, he's dead now. Rest in peace, Dad. My great grandfather, he was also a hunter. And if you go back, they were all hunters. I will be the first one breaking that line, definitely. I'm married to Marina, very nice wife, and her father, he was a hunter. Her brother, my brother-in-law, he is a hunter. Everybody wants me to hunt. And when my dad passed away 35 years ago, far too early, I inherited 2 rifles from him. One shotgun for rabbits and things like that, and one bigger weapon for moose. And what the hell do I do with this now? I was thinking. And I got a message from the police. You need to get a license. You sell them, or you get rid of them, hand it in to us, or you get yourself a hunting license. Okay, I get myself a hunting license. I did that. I went to a course, learned everything I could about hunting, about rifles, and I managed. I don't know how, but somehow I managed to pass the course, and I was standing there with 2 legal guns in my hands. What to do now? But of course, with the brother-in-law and the father-in-law hunting, they said, "Come with us on Sunday. Is a deer hunt. We have arranged. You have a special position in the forest. You can shoot your first deer." Oh my God, I was terrified. I didn't want to shoot anything, but I was sitting there 3 hours. But I was extremely lucky. It was my luckiest day in life. Maybe not, but it felt like that at that time. How many animals did I see? See? How many did I meet? 0, nada, nothing, empty. So I went home that night very happy. We had a dinner, deer steak, by the way, shot half year earlier. Very nice one. I enjoy that. Respect for those who hunt, but I cannot touch that. But in Counter-Strike, that's something else. I love shooting, and this is my favorite weapon. It's a M4A4, but I use a silencer on. I think that's better. It's more efficient. You shoot better. I can use hours on this one just to try to get better in handling it. So that was a little bit about me. What else? We actually have one player more. Almost forgot him. His name is Gullefjun. We do have hangaround and prospects. He's a hangaround and prospects. Or we don't have that, but we call him that. And he's not showing his face very much. We are not hear much from him. He's still working. But he sent me a photo. Gullefjun is his name. I said, what's that in English? I think the Goldie Fluff is maybe the closest in translation. I got a picture of him, at least you can see how he looks like. Here he is, Gullefjun. So he is participating when he can. Is something wrong with him? I don't know how this happened, how he ended up there, but he's working still. 67 years old. How could that be? He's setting his alarm clock to 6 o'clock every morning, every single damn morning. Goes to work a full day, and gets home, have a dinner with his wife, and then he's too tired to play Counter Strike. But I know that help is on the way. He has a therapist helping him on this workaholic problem he's facing. So we believe that in May something he will be free from this workaholic addiction. So he can play a little bit more with us. At least that's what we hope. So welcome, Gullifer, when the time comes. That was the players, but a good team must always have coaches, and we do have coaches, do we? Yes, we have. We have not one, we have two. A head coach and an assistant coach. And the head coach is Koffe, and the assistant coach is actually that's Max. And they are helping us a lot. They know they are younger guys, especially Max. I think he's just 20 something. Koffe maybe 35 or 36, something like that. They know a lot about Counter Strike. From my point of view, they know everything. And they're trying to learn us how to play the game and how to understand the game and how to actually become a better players. That's not an easy job, I can tell you. We have practice on Mirage one day, and the day after, Coffee is saying, okay, how is going now? Can we practice a little bit on the same smokes that we did on Mirage yesterday? And it's silence, and then we are saying, have we played Mirage yesterday? We have forgotten that. We have definitely forgotten the smokes. Have you seen the movie Groundhog Day, where one guy actually relives the same day over and over again? I was thinking sometimes that must be how Koff and Max is feeling when they are around us. They have to repeat and repeat and repeat. Same thing all over. But they are doing a hell of a good job. Thanks a lot, Koff and Max. We appreciate what we are doing. Perfect. If you are a potential sponsor looking at this, please contact us. We would need that. We are doing a lot of effort in putting a lot of effort into this, both in lectures, traveling, and competing, and so on. We need equipment, we need internet connections, we need phone connections, and so on and so forth. So if you feel that you can contribute here, or we can contribute to you, we will be happy to wear your clothes with your logo and brand name on our chest, just right under the Silver Legends. And I can assure you, you will have a very loyal team supporting you. So contact us on this, silverlegends.gg@gmail.com, if you're interested, or in any other social media that we are acting on. We are actually on quite a lot of them, so you can get in contact with us. We don't have any sponsor right now. We had another one when we were called Silver Snipers, but that's closed down now, and we are starting fresh and really looking for new cooperation partners. As I said in the beginning, we will have a game tonight. It's Shot in the Foot. How the hell can anybody find a name like that? Shot in the Foot. Skott i foten. We are playing them anyway tonight. Watch that in this channel, 7 o'clock Central European time tonight. We are normally playing every Sunday evening at that time, around 1900 Central European time. So tune in and watch our games. You can also watch them afterwards, of course. And we are very, very happy that you are looking at this now and that you are following us. And we have received a lot of more followers after they are normally movies. So we hope that it can be even more. Thanks for now. That's over and out from Kungsbacka, from Magnum, and from Silver Legends. It was a pleasure talking to you. I hope you enjoyed this as much as I did enjoy talking to you. Bye bye and see you soon.